Yo, what's going on? What's happening? So, wow, man. North Carolina is really something else nowadays. A lot of things are happening in the state of North Carolina that if I were to known of this stuff years ago, it would kind of shock me. Straight up. Now, don't get it twisted. Violence has always occurred in the state of North Carolina. I mean, places like Charlotte, Fayetteville, Winston-Salem, Durham, Greensboro, and a little in Raleigh, it's expected. Real talk. But Concord, which is, just depends on where you live in the city of Charlotte. If you live in a university city, as they call it, a university area, Concord is probably about 10 to 15 minutes depending on traffic. Where I lived, which is South Charlotte, it takes about 40 to 45 minutes to get from where I live to, or used to live, to Concord. You know what I'm saying? But to hear things happen in Concord, things do happen, but they don't happen like that. It's not frequent. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't happen frequently, violence that is. But nowadays it has, you know what I'm saying? So for those that don't know about Concord, North Carolina is known for NASCAR. You know what I'm saying? That's where the speedway and that's where they have the car races at. You know what I'm saying? Professional car races. And then right down the street from that, in Concord, you have Concord Mills. You know what I'm saying? It's an outlet. They have like in the outlet, like places, the stores like Nike, Nike outlet, and Reebok, Eddie Bauer, you name it. Old Navy. And they also have like, and I've been to this aquarium. It's a small aquarium, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing like the Georgia Aquarium. They have that there. They have go-karts. They have a movie theater. They have a carousel. It's a place that you go and you shop and you can have fun with your family. You know what I'm saying? It's like a family-friendly area. You know what I'm saying? But things have happened, in the past where people have gotten shot, and like really in the parking lot of Concord Mills. But this is like, occasionally it would happen, and it would be around this time. So to hear that there was a shooting and 4 people got shot at a Christmas lighting ceremony in Concord, I guess the downtown area, it surprises me, but then again, it doesn't. Straight up. And the only thing I can say is there's going to be more violence. There's going to be more violence. My question to you all is, when are you all going to get it? And what I mean by getting it is, when are you all are going to decide that, you know what, going to these big events, these big social gatherings, it may not be safe. Straight up. Real talk. Like, if I was in North Carolina right now, living in North Carolina, just living in the United States, period, I wouldn't attend football games, basketball games. I don't care whether they were high school, college, or professional football or basketball events. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't go anywhere where they're big gatherings, because it's just a known fact that there's a possibility that something may pop off. Straight up. And you going to a Christmas lighting ceremony with your family. There's kids there. I saw the footage. There were kids there, babies in strollers, and the shootout happened, and you see people running away from the area and frantically running away. What would you want to put your family in that situation? Or for some goddamn Christmas lighting that event? Straight up. That's real talk. Like, one thing that I realized in life, everything you see on the news, all the violence that you see on the news, that every time you see something that happens that they have a story about that happened violently on the news, it's a possibility it could have been you. It's possible. So why not stay away from big gatherings and social events? You know what I'm saying? It's okay to go to like a house party or go to a party like that your job through, and you know you're partying with your coworkers. You know what I'm saying? People that you know, or you go to a house party and you're partying with friends and family, people that you know, people that you invited over or your family invited over, and you all know one another. It's okay to attend those type of gatherings. But the go to like some New Year's Eve celebration that happens in Uptown Charlotte is a no-no. I mean, I think last year they shot up the New Year's Eve celebration in Charlotte, in Uptown Charlotte. Like, these people don't be giving a damn if it's cops out there or not. Straight up. And I don't know whether this is gang related or not. Who cares? 4 people are in critical condition. Straight up. Like, when is it that regular citizens are going to say in their mind, you know what, I have to be conscious or aware of my surroundings and where I go? Straight up. There has to be a certain amount of responsibility that you're supposed to have for your life. Like, you can't be that ignorant to say, you know what, I'm going to go to some type of event, let's say to a Charlotte Hornets event. A basketball game, right? And you say, well, you know what, I'm going to go because I know that there's security and there's police officers and that. Man, miss me with that. Miss me with that. Why would you put your hands, your life, in someone else's hands, is the question. Real talk. And a lot of you all are way more ignorant than that. Like, a lot of you all are just go to a game or some type of big gathering and just knowing in your mind ain't shit gonna pop off. Man, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Real talk. A lot of you all don't carry some type of protection. And if you do, it's some lousy ass pepper spray or some mace that you had in your pocketbook for you females, that you had in your pocketbook and never used for years. So when you pull the shit out, it just go psst. Or you got like a pocket knife. Like, those 2 forms of protection, you got to get up on a person in order to use it. And you know how the saying goes, never bring a knife to a gunfight, let alone pepper spray or mace. Because these days, have you seen the videos on social media where police officers are spraying and tasing people and they still getting up fighting and resisting? So the best protection that you can have is a firearm, whether it's a rifle or a handgun. And the knife and the pepper sprays and the maces and the mace and the tasers can be your second order of protection. Second form of protection. Straight up. Like, I just don't understand it. Why are you not exercising for those that are not? Why are you not exercising your Second Amendment right to bear arms? It's there for you. Real talk. Let me show you this. This is crazy. It's not crazy because when I go back to the States, I can use it. I'm going to cover my information up. What is this? My CCW. My carry concealed weapons license. I still got it on me. And if I need it, I got it. I could go to the States, get me a firearm, and conceal it. I don't trust these people. I don't trust nobody. I'm just trying to understand why people still walking around here defenseless. Because that's what the criminals like. People such as yourself. They call you all VICs. Victims. But if the criminal knew that you had some form of protection, in particular, a handgun or a rifle, they'll be more reluctant to fuck with you. And we got to start being more conscious and more aware. And stop being foolish. Straight up. Like if you go somewhere, let's just say you went somewhere and you got your firearm on you. That's another thing that I want to address too. Just because you got a firearm, that don't mean that you gonna win a gunfight. Just because you got a firearm, that don't mean shit. One, you gotta know how to aim and shoot at your target effectively. The next thing is that's just as important as aiming at your target right is gun safety, which is making sure that you handling your firearm the right way at all times. Excuse me. As an example, you wouldn't keep your firearm loaded where in a house where there's a little baby that can have access to it, and you know that your firearm is loaded and ready to go, and it doesn't have a safety on it. But this is the biggest thing. That's one thing too. But the biggest thing is also part of gun safety is being able to clean your firearm. So if and when you need your firearm and you know and you ready to go and you pull that trigger, it's gonna work instead of jamming up. Because if it jam, it's over. Y'all people need to wake up. Straight up. I'm here to tell you that incident that happened at the Christmas lighting ceremony in Concord, North Carolina, that if every one of the citizens of Concord or just Charlotte, anyone that's in the United States that, you know, went to that event, if they exercise their Second Amendment right, in other words, if everyone knew that was there, that everyone that was there was packing, those people that started shooting probably wouldn't shoot. Probably wouldn't have shot no one. Straight up. Like, we have to stop being, for those that are, we got to stop being scared of guns. We just do. We have to look at guns as a form of protection to protect my family and I. When I lived in the States, no lie, my children and I would go to the gun range faithfully. I had an AR-15, a Canik TPSF 9, I think, and that was a handgun, 9mm. And a 6-hour P365, and they knew how to use all three of my firearms. My oldest son and my oldest daughter. So I would tell you to get you some protection, go to the range, practice on your aim. And if you have family members, you have daughters and sons, and you're married, you have a husband and wife, make it out to be a fucking family affair. Straight up. That's real shit. I mean, melanin recessive families do it. But you got to protect yourself and stay out of harm's way. You get invited to a party and it's some coworker that you know, you've been knowing for a couple months, and he or she been shady a little bit here and there. Like, your senses should go off like, respectfully, I don't really party, so yeah, thanks for inviting me, but no. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne concert, coming to Greensboro Coliseum, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Greensboro Coliseum holds 50,000 people and shit. And the tickets are cheap, and this is his last concert. This is the last time he's performing. And yeah, sound kind of interesting. And he's performing his old songs. And somehow, some way, he got a little bit fire in him now, so he don't look drugged up. You know what I'm saying? The last concert he did was in Atlanta, and you heard that he tore it down, and now he coming to Greensboro. Now, I don't know about that. You got to think about your life. Is that event, is that moment in history that you're going to have worth your life? Is that moment in history that you're going to have, what roughly concerts is like 2 to 3 hours? Is 2 to 3 hours worth your life? Let's say, for example, you 25 and you live to be 100. So it's 2 to 3 hours worth the 75 years that you would have lived and had you not gone to that concert, but you did. And now at 25, you're gone. And you don't get to live the rest of the 75 years of your life out. Yeah. Nah, that's an easy pick. That's an easy decision for me. Shit, I watched Lil Wayne on his concert online or some shit. Like, that's the way you gotta think. The Charlotte Hornets joint, they got some places, some bars, well, damn. I wouldn't even go to bars these days. This is real shit. Whoever thought that it was a good idea to have alcohol in clubs, just think about this. The club starts at 9, 10 o'clock at night and it ends at 3. So you drinking and it's dark and lights are going back and forth and the music is banging, and most of the music nowadays is about violence and killing and all of that shit. And then you got alcohol there? And people that are coming to that particular club that's coming from different parts of town and out of state. And you literally got alcohol there, like mixed drinks and shit. Like, it ain't just like one particular motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Like gin. No, you got gin, Puerto Rican rum, and you know, the white, the brown, and who thought it was a bright idea to have a place where you can go get alcohol at? Call a bar and just sit down and drink. And I'm not saying that, you know, there are some bars that are, there's rules there's exceptions to the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, most times, the uppity kind of bars where people got something to lose, you know what I'm saying? Generally, shit don't happen. But still, I wouldn't chance it. Nowadays, I wouldn't chance it. Motherfuckers go to bars nowadays because they depressed. Because they done fucked around and lost their job, lost their house. They sleeping in the fucking car. They taking showers at the gym, YMCA. They got memberships. They out of shape and overweight. The only reason why they fucking go to the gyms is to shower. Shower and shit. Like, I would just stay away from straight up. I would be an introvert like a motherfucker. Matter of fact, before I left the States, I was an introvert. I gave up my membership to the YMCA. And the only time that I went out is when I had to go to the grocery store and I had to get water, because I used to get well water from from Concord, North Carolina. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? But I would go early in the morning. Because you can easily get in an argument at the well. Somebody always, like, because there used to be lines, like, especially like in the afternoon. That's why I went in the mornings. You know what I'm saying? It'd be lines and people had to wait their turn. So, of course, there'd be someone that, it'd be one day when someone would want to skip the line. The next thing you know, an argument leads to what? Pow, pow. So, yeah, man, I love my life. And I've learned to stay out of harm's way. And staying out of harm's way is not going to these big ass events and social gatherings and all the rest of that shit. Straight up. If my children want to see Mickey on Ice, then we gonna have to motherfucking try to do the best we can at home. Cause I'm not going. I'm not going to no state fairs. I'm not going to Carowinds. I'm not going to Great Adventures. Man, you know the shit that's happening in Great Adventures in Atlanta? Straight up. Hell, I wouldn't go to the jazz festival if I was living in Atlanta. I went when I was living there and it was fine. It was peaceful. But nowadays, nah. Not me. Straight up. There's too many motherfuckers that got nothing to lose. And in this day and time, they don't have nothing to lose because they lost everything. So people that are shooting nowadays, it may be where it's not even gang related. It may be where these people are not even criminals. It's the temper. It's where people are at right now. Everybody's on the edge because of this economy. So I ain't trusted a motherfucking soul. Straight up, I stay my ass at home if I was living in the States. Other than that, my name is Langston 2092.